Hey guys, welcome to Marion's Test Kitchen. This is the series where I test out the cool techniques, the gadgets, the methods, so you don't have to. And today, I am taking that wonderful thing, the lamb biryani, and I'm gonna see if I can make it more conveniently in a rice cooker. Also, not just any rice cooker. I've partnered with Panasonic for this episode, and I am using probably like the sexiest rice cooker that currently exists. Look at this thing. Not only does it look good, it has all these really cool multi-functions, not just cooking rice. This bowl here has induction heat that goes all the way around the bowl so the rice cooks more evenly. It's more fluffy, it's more amazing. But can it make lamb biryani faster than on the stovetop? We're gonna find out. The first step for our lamb biryani is to actually make a lamb curry. So I'm going to start off with the marinade. You just want some garlic and some green chili, some salt in a mortar, and then use a pestle to pound to a smoothish kind of paste, just like this. Divide that into large mixing bowls. I'm doing 2 batches here. Add in the grated ginger, ground coriander, garam masala, Kashmiri chili powder. I actually use it more for colour. It's not so fiery. And if you can't get a hold of Kashmiri chili powder, you can just use some sweet paprika for the colour. Now, also for colour, I'm going to add in some turmeric and some yogurt. Give everything a really good mix. Now let's talk about lamb. Where'd my lamb go? Oh, it's in the prime fresh drawer. I forgot it was in there. Literally, I actually forgot. I'm using lamb shoulder today because it's a secondary cut that'll break down and get all like soft and gelatinous. And you just want to cut it into pieces like around about 4 centimeters, cubes. It doesn't have to be exact. Now divide the lamb into the marinade and mix thoroughly. If you're really organized, you can leave this overnight to marinate, but you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and use it straight away because I'm not that organized. Now I need to cook the lamb curry. Now I'm gonna try cooking it in the rice cooker and on the stovetop to see if there's any difference in time. So I wanna start heating up the rice cooker like I would a regular pan. I think I'm gonna use the congee setting. That's the one I'm gonna go for. And start. Same time, I'm gonna get my pan heating up. And I'm aiming here to be able to do the biryani in 1 pot. So 1 pot in the rice cooker, 1 pot on the stovetop, and we'll see how we go. For the rice cooker version, I add ghee and the marinated lamb. Oh, look at that. Listen to that sizzle. Cook and stir the lamb for around about 3 to 4 minutes or until everything is smelling lovely. For the stovetop lamb curry, add the ghee, and when it melts, add in the marinated lamb. Okay, so we're definitely getting a little more sizzle in the pot. It's probably more fit for purpose in terms of searing off meat. Okay, so now's the easy part. We just do this. And then for this guy, just turn the heat down, lid on, and we're just gonna see what happens. While your curry is cooking, you want to prep your basmati rice. Place it in a bowl, cover with water, and soak it for at least 30 minutes. There we go. Let's have a look in here because the point is I want to see if this has been able to make the lamb tender within an hour. No, I reckon it needs just slightly longer. Let me have a look at this one. Let me see. No, that one's also, actually that one's even firmer. Round 2. Let's go back in. It's called Test Kitchen for a reason. I reckon we're not far off. 30 minutes I'm going to give it. I'm not so sure about. We shall see. To bloom the saffron, I'm going to place some milk into a small saucepan, add the saffron, but make sure the milk's cool at this stage, then turn the heat on and gently warm the milk and stir it. What we want to do is release the flavour of the saffron without damaging it, so you don't want to boil it or anything like that. As soon as that milk is just warm to the touch, turn it off and allow it to infuse for about 15 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Let's have a look. Ta-da! Ooh, I think we're looking good in here. Okay, so remember, we're at the 1.5 hour mark. Usually a lamb or a beef curry for me needs at least 2 hours. So let's see if we've made any headway here. And yes, we passed the squish test. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it's so tender. Oh, yeah. Let's see how our pot is going. Squish test. Oh, we're not quite there. We're not quite there. I reckon it's bang on. It's like it's 2 hours always, or maybe a bit over in the pot. And this guy has done it quicker. Look at that. Now what I do want to do though is for both of these curries, well, this is going to have to cook for a little bit longer before we can get started, but I do want to kind of reduce the sauce down a little bit, make it a bit thicker. So I'm going to let this kind of simmer away with the lid open, and I might do the same here in the hopes that this guy might catch up. Okay, so here we are at the building stage. I really want to see at this point how each of these vessels is going to cook the rice, because of course biryani is all about the perfectly fluffy rice. I'm going to put half of my rice in here, scatter over the fried shallots, and I'm using fried shallots as a cheat here instead of doing fried red onions myself. Then repeat with another layer of rice and shallots. Add in the cardamom pods, bay leaves and cinnamon stick. Take your saffron milk and just pour it around in a circular motion on top of the rice, and then pour in the chicken stock. Okay, so I'm going to use the long grain function because basmati rice is a long grain, and that's what's so cool. You've got all these different options for different types of rice here. And start. There you go. Let's have a look. Ooh, steamy. Oh yeah, look at that, so fluffy. Let me see if it's cooked through. Oh, perfect. Beautifully tender, but not mushy at all. Now, I just want to get in here and have a look though, because the thing with the induction heating is that it's supposed to make the rice cook perfectly evenly through the whole bowl, which I can see it has. And this is a long grain rice, but this rice cooker can actually cook the perfect rice, doesn't matter what kind of rice it is. Brown rice, jasmine rice, short grain rice. It's a bloody genius. Okay, over here, this guy. Oh, you know, I just love making biryani. It's a thing of beauty. Look at that. It's beautiful. I'll just taste the rice and just see. Yeah, perfectly cooked. The thing that I am just a little bit disappointed in is that I can see that we get down the bottom here and things start to get a bit gluggy. Maybe a little scorched at the bottom, probably because it doesn't have as much kind of like control as the rice cooker on a low temperature heat. So I think for me, like, this is beautiful. I mean, I would not be unhappy with this. Yum, hot. Oh, sorry, I burned my mouth. Just not as evenly cooked as the rice cooker. It's saved time, so it shaved off at least 30 minutes, and it did a better job. But the main thing is that there's enough biryani for everyone, except Dax.
Remember, your fans don't like it when you're mean to me, Marion.
Don't they? To serve, scoop out your biryani onto serving plates, top with coriander, and if you want, you can serve with yogurt, onion, chili, and lime. So the moral of the story is, today, technology is won, because for me, this was quicker. It actually had a more even cook. Nothing wrong with this one, it's just that the rice isn't as evenly cooked. It took longer to cook as well, and it was harder to control the temperature. So I did get a little bit of scorching at the bottom. Yay!